Good morning. Are we rolling? Huh? Lily, you're in my spot. This is Lily, who's made cameos. Bugsy's in bed on the heating pad. And this is Conrad and Derek, and it's day
Seven.
7.
1 week.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We've got pretty morning light coming in.
Coffee, not macchiatos today.
This is Pete's Columbia Luminosa, a light blend. And we got a nice text or an email from Victor. Victor Pakpur. Thanks for saying hi, Victor. Glad you're doing videos. We love you. Um, so it's Monday. It's been a week that we've been on lockdown, and so much is happening. Uh, we've heard from a lot of y'all that are watching, and thank you for your kind words about practicing with us. And we're loving it, and it's keeping us sane, and we're hoping it's helping you. And we had committed to talk about a little bit what's going on with us and the crisis, and then to talk about to give balance to what we're doing, then to talk about things to cope and help, and then of course to do our practice.
What's today's topic, Conrad?
Well, first I was going to say things we've figured out. They just closed the parks here, the state parks, the local community parks, which is the Muir Woods, um, the Marin Headlands. So the places we were hiking have now been closed because over the weekend, people were turning out as if it were a regular weekend and congregating in the public spaces, and they were not practicing social distancing, and it really worried the community here. So they've closed things. So I share that with you because things that happen in California are probably an indicator of what could happen where you are. And for instance, today too, they just shut down the country of India, the whole deal.
Yeah.
So uh, things we want to share are we think we're heading towards a 3 month period. We know it's indefinite right now. It was going to be 3 weeks, but we're preparing for the idea that we could be on board together here for 3 months. So we're stocking up on groceries and we're committing to our exercise. Um, and for our business, we're applying for a business loan, which we did yesterday. Makes us feel good. And we've gotten out of the market. And two other things we're going to recommend to you that we're doing is we're using gloves. If you've got gloves, like rubber gloves, a lot of folks we've seen at Whole Foods are wearing these, and they're wearing masks, and we don't think you need to wear a mask, but you decide. But this is a good way when you go out into where you're going to make sure that your hands are not coming in contact with anything that's not good. And it also reminds you, as you see them on your hands, that you're in a situation that you need to pay attention, to be vigilant, and it keeps you from touching your face. So then you just take these guys off right before you come in the front door, and I think it makes you feel better that you're not bringing anything into the house. And then the other thing we're committing to is our family's all going to watch the same news broadcast because my mom wasn't watching the news, and so her understanding of what was going on was coming only from me delivering to her the news. And I thought, Mom, watch the NBC News or whatever you want to watch. Let's watch that together, and we'll be on the same page. Because part of this crisis is people you love uh, and care about not being on the same page information wise and moving towards an understanding of what's happening. Now, that can be a big challenge.
Yes.
Was that a lot? That's too
No,
much.
that's good.
You thought we were going to do yoga, and now we're going to do yoga. So So put on some music, and if there's somebody that needs to practice with you, go grab them and say, "Come on." We practiced last night, kind of late. I got Derek up, and it was nice. You can practice any time of day, and you can practice more than once a day. But start with turns and just make the movement gentle. Uh-huh. Bringing intention to your breath. And just observing. We're not striving. We're seeing how we feel. If there's anything sore or sticking in particular or tight, this is a moment to observe that. And then the movements we're doing are going to help open and ease those areas. We call this a practice, what we're doing. Um, it's something that we choose to bring into our lives on a regular basis. Um, and the reason we bring the practice into our lives is because we think it makes us more who we want to be. All right, helps us live the life we want to live, act in the way we want to act. And that's this physical practice helping us do that because it's relaxing us, it's getting us familiar with a space in our head, a feeling, a place of calmness. And if we keep going back to that place on a regular basis through the practice, then even when we're out doing something in the middle of the day, we can access that calmness and from there make decisions about who we want to be, about how we want to treat the person right in front of us, choosing to be helpful rather than fearful. So the physical practice, good for us, good for the body, but really also informs who we are ethically, who we want to be. So you're doing your part by working on yourself and then bringing the results of that good work into the world with who you're interacting. So feel good about what you're doing right now. Hmm? Become aware of your feet on the ground and see if your toes are relaxed and your feet are even on the ground. The knees are soft. Feel the breeze, the air moving between your fingers. Our geese came by this morning. This is our third winter. Yeah, third winter on the boat, and there's a couple of geese, a pair, mom and dad, whatever you want, a couple. They have come back now 3 winters in a row, and they hang out in our little harbor here, and they're so fun to watch. And we've got a mallard duck couple too that come. So you feel now we're generating some warmth and openness in our center through the hips and the core. And the rest, what comes from here is we're just going to spread that energy out throughout our body. Try turning a little deeper by looking over your shoulder a little more. Here's Lily. Come on, Lily. Now we're going to go half speed and we're going to let that opposite heel come up. So I could turn a good bit deeper. Careful as you do this because you're really now going to cause a spiraling motion in the spine, and you want to be gentle, and you want to think of yourself, you keep going, D. Think of yourself as a spring, and the spring opens at the turn, and it comes down, and then it opens here. Your spine is like a spring opening. Right. So you're standing tall. Lifting from the heart. Mm-hmm. Not looking down, looking straight ahead. If all you do in this series with us is the turns, that's a lot. And then see about during your day coming back to the turns just on your own. Putting on some music on your own, coming back to the turns, maybe at the end of your day. And then what we're going to try to do is expand this series as we go. And maybe even get into some power yoga. Yeah. Okay. The arms come down. Wide stance, and then over gently one arm and the next. I'm feeling more open with this movement.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
We're always thinking the same thing. But
yeah, this week.
Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah.
In a row.
We do these every day at the gym on our own.
Yeah.
But when you're teaching them, you bring a different awareness because you really want to get it right. And I can feel the difference. There's a saying that you teach what you need most to learn. And I need to learn to be calm and peaceful and open. And there's nothing better than trying to teach that than to help me achieve that. Ooh, that's good. Bring up the other arm and go slower. It's building the core. When we bend one way, the lung on that side is compressed, and the other side, the lung opens. The muscles on one side contract, and on the other side, they're stretched open. So you see, this is another expression of the middle path. We go from one side to the other side, and then when we're in the middle, standing straight, we're more relaxed in the middle because we've tested the boundaries. Come back to center, narrow your stance. Now you're a tall tree, a strong pine, anchored, rooted into the ground, solid. And you're reaching up with your branches into the daylight. And you're breathing. Trees breathe, right? Breathe like a tree. Come to one side, Let the hips glide like a bow, bowing. And to the other side. That's good. Into center. Palms together. Pressing, lifting. Looking through the little window that your thumbs make. Lift through the core. From the waist down, let your body be heavy and grounded. And from the waist up, lengthen. Reach. Then bring arms and hands down. Get your stance to where your feet are lined up side to side. Big toes lined up. Everything's in line. Touching. Bend at the knees. So you crouch down and you really can get your forearms together. And from here, we'll lift. Straighten the knees. Now squeeze the glutes to protect the lower back and lift. Lift at the elbows. Don't bend back too far. Oh, I'm getting better at that. Push. Interlace fingers, reach up. Come up on the balls of your feet. Come down gently and roll the hands. It looks like you can't see me. You can see Derek, though. That's good. I'll do the talking, you watch Derek. Rolling the arms gently. You can look out to the hands, see where your arms are, what kind of circles you're making. Try to make nice round circles. Go the other direction. Feel free to stop a motion if it's not working for you at any time, or to rest if it's too much. You can always go back to turns if something we're doing is not the right thing for you today. Let the arms come down. And now big loops, one arm at a time. And the whole body, the hips are turning along with the arms. Everything's moving. Good. And now backstroke. So this is nice and slow, nice and easy. Many of us have tightness in our shoulders. We want to protect those complex muscles by taking it easy. And over time, these movements are going to increase your range of motion and your strength. That's good. Shake that out a little bit. Let's try a couple of turns. I like coming back to turns. How do they feel, D?
Tight this morning.
It's different every day.
Yeah, I just noticed how coming back to turns, my back felt tight.
Yeah, it's different every day. Good. Okay. Let's relax the neck. Let your head relax. Your chin drops towards your chest, and from there, nice little circles with the neck and the head. Slow. Your whole body is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed, your arms, think of them like they're draped, right? You're just sort of hanging, relaxed. And that gives your neck and your head room and space to move. Let's go the other way. This is the pajamas edition. I don't really get to see you much in that outfit. It's funny because we spend a lot of time in our PJs, especially now that we're under house arrest or on staycation. Okay, that's good. Now, breath and body together. I want you to inhale, and you're in an acting class, and your acting coach says, I want you to be an inhale. How would you express that with your body? Your whole body become an inhale right now. Inhale. That's what an inhale looks like. And then exhale. I just got a warning. My sound may be going out. If it does, just keep moving like we're moving. That's good. So with our side turns, we were opening up one side than the other. This is opening us up lengthwise, top to bottom, bottom to top. On this next one, come up on the balls of your feet as you inhale. One more like that. Now turn the toes out, a little wider stance. Inhale, sit back. Toes angle out a little bit. Pushing through the heels. These feel better, huh?
Yeah,
We do these at the gym before we start lifting weights, but we probably don't do as good a job because we're thinking about the next thing. Whereas here, this is the thing. One more. Now see if you can come up on the balls of your feet, get a comfortable stance. So my heels are up. Then I come down, I don't come down as deep. This is a more of a balance exercise. Balance is something as we age that we need to practice in order to maintain and improve. We can improve our balance with practice. That's good. Three more. Graceful, smooth motion. Yeah, nice. Now inhale and come down. Drop the arms, exhale. Let the arms hang. Heels are still up. Heart is up. Chin is up. I'm focused visually at a point in front of me, level with my eyes. And then heels down. Good. A narrow stance. Bend at the knees. Roll forward the back. Let the arms come down. And then hold your elbows in your hands and lean forward. Just hang there. Keep hanging. And then you can release the pressure. You could come down to your knees like this, take a little break. Good balance. Hi.
Is it working?
I don't know. If you can't hear me, don't worry about it. You get a break. And then roll forward. Now my legs are straight, but that's up to you. And bending. And down. And then let the arms hang if they're not already. And then bend the knees. Lift your head. Lift your heart. Lift your hands. And exhale down. How's that?
Feels good.
Good. Now, let's try some sun salutations. We're going to add that. Sun salutations are the motion we've been doing, but we're just going to practice them now as their own thing. This is an ancient exercise practiced usually in the morning, therefore sun salutation, as a way to start your day, to calm the mind and get the body open and the mind open for the day. So we start with a narrow stance, standing straight up. And yes, like Derek's done, roll the shoulders open, palms facing forward. And this opens your chest and your heart. And this is the physical expression, your body's way to say, open. I am open. Open to life. Open to the experience. Open to the moment as it is. You're a yes. Open and fearless. Bring your hands to your heart. This is the expression of gratefulness. Grateful for your life. Grateful for the day. Then with an inhale, reach up. Hands meet above the head. Looking up. And then exhale, bend at the knees, drop the hands, roll forward. And then if you like, straighten the legs as you touch the ground or your toes. Then bend the knees, inhale, come up. That's the sun salutation. Exhale down. Bend the knees, inhale up. Big movements. Inhaling, reaching, expanding. Exhaling, contracting. Coming up, inhaling, greeting the morning. Three more. Inhale a little deeper. Exhale a little more forcefully. Exhaling. Now inhale, come up. And bring the hands to the heart and exhale, hands at heart. And feel your heart with your hands resting. Beautiful, fearless, wide open heart. Not afraid to love, not afraid to live. Let your heart be open and say yes to your day. And saying yes to being the person you want to be, a loving person, a patient, giving person, a person not judging, but looking for an opportunity to express who you are, who you want to be. Okay, go get them. Give me a hug.